NewsNation's border correspondent Ali Bradley spoke exclusively with George Kelly, who's on trial, who said he's feeling positive ahead of the verdict. Ali, why does he feel good about it?
Yeah, hey, Elizabeth. So they just wrapped up those closing arguments. The jury just got handed their deliberation form, so that's what they're going to be doing right now. But the George Allen Kelly team is pretty confident and pretty optimistic here that things are going to go their way. Take a listen. Final countdown here. We are going in for the defense closing remarks, and then it goes over to the jury. What do you think is going to happen?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I think we're going to have a good outcome. I have faith.
You have faith?
I have faith.
Leaning on God through all of this over the last 14 months?
Yes.
Okay.
Hard.
Hard. Tell me about that.
He's my rock.
Yeah. Okay, so we go back in here, we finish this up. How long do you think until the jury gives you a verdict?
Nobody knows that.
Now, the defense claimed confirmation bias is running pretty deep throughout this case, saying law enforcement fabricated a confession where Kelly admitted he shot at multiple subjects. But Kelly never actually says that in the interview. Words matter here. He maintains that he never shot at anyone, but rather over the heads of what he says was 5 possibly armed individuals in camouflage running through his Keno Springs property. However, during the state's closing, they focused on discrepancies in Kelly's story, highlighting ballistic evidence, including the trajectory of the bullet lining up with the Kelly home. Now, the state is painting the victim, Gabrielle Quinn Butamea, and the alleged eyewitness, Daniel Ramirez, as men just here seeking the American dream. Court records, though, show Quinn Butamea had previously entered the U.S. illegally several times and was deported as recently as 2016. The eyewitness is a convicted drug smuggler. Kelly is facing second-degree murder and aggravated assault charges for the January 30th, 2023 incident. The body was found by Kelly himself. Detectives scoured the area and didn't find anything, and no bullet was ever recovered. Now, the state explained to the jury here, Elizabeth, that if they cannot, without a shadow of doubt, convict George Allen Kelly on second-degree murder charges, they can consider negligent homicide and also manslaughter. That would bring a lesser sentence for Kelly. Elizabeth?
Remind us, Ali, how far away was George Kelly from these men, these 5 men, when he fired his AK-47 at them?
Yeah, it was about 115 yards, so a pretty far distance from his back patio where those shell casings were found that they say that he shot his rifle off. Now, he does admit that he shot those warning shots after seeing those individuals run through his property, but again, says that he never hit anything or anybody. Elizabeth?
Well, clearly we know that he did, right? Because there's a dead guy.
Well, that's what the state is trying to prove, that he did it, but the defense is saying he didn't shoot them, that it was a different crew, that it could have been a cartel rip crew, that the cartel could have been involved, and someone else shot Gabrielle Quinn Butamea. So this isn't even a case really of a stand your ground or self-defense situation.
Right.
Because the defense is literally saying he never shot him. So this isn't about whether he shot him or not for the defense. This is about, right, this is for them. They're saying the cartel did it, basically, and the cartel wants control of his property. We know Nogales in this area, Elizabeth, that's where a lot of the fentanyl comes in. This is the port of entry where we saw 43 million pills seized last fiscal year alone.
And there wasn't
the cartel's a business,
and there
they're getting some pills in.
Yeah, and there wasn't a bullet. There wasn't any drugs found on this man's body, we should point out. They never recovered a bullet to be able to match it to his gun very quickly.
They never recovered a bullet. They never recovered any drugs or anything like that. But the defense is saying that the body was moved. There was something wrong there, and some bags were rifled through. So they don't know what could have been taken off of the body.
Ali Bradley reporting live. Thanks so much. I'm Elizabeth Vargas. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Coming up is The Hill. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.